Music isn't always about fame and fortune. Sometimes it's about making big mistakes. Just like the hidden dark side of K-pop, the music world has its share of foolish moments. From crazy antics to epic fails, these musicians made headlines for all the wrong reasons. Ready to see who made the list? Let's begin. Number 17, struggling with mental health. In 2017, the tragic suicide of SHINee's Jonghyun shocked the world and sparked a crucial conversation about mental health in the K-pop industry. Idols often work non-stop, surviving on minimal food and sleep, while facing intense pressure from the public. Jonghyun's heartbreaking suicide note revealed the devastating effects of depression, which slowly consumed him. Many K-pop stars start their careers at a very young age, adding to the stress. But there's hope. The conversation around mental health is growing and more idols are prioritizing self-care. Some are even speaking out about their struggles with depression and other health issues. Jean from Oh My Girl bravely shared her battle with anorexia and left the group to focus on her well-being. After T.O.P's suspected drug overdose, his doctor emphasized the need for mental health treatment. Number 16, K-pop girl groups. You might think K-pop girl groups are all about friendship and sisterhood, but behind the scenes, it's a different story. Music agencies allegedly create fake rivalries between groups to boost their popularity. They even go as far as to restrict communication between the girls when they're in public, telling them not to talk to lesser groups. On camera, the girls might seem like best friends, but what about when the cameras stop rolling? The pressure to look perfect, the long hours, and the extreme dieting take a toll on their relationships. It's not hard to imagine the tension and stress that builds up backstage. The idol image is just a facade, a carefully crafted illusion to keep fans hooked. But what's the real cost of this manufactured rivalry? Is it worth sacrificing genuine friendships and relationships for the sake of fame? The truth behind K-pop's sugar-coated exterior is far more complex and darker than you might think. Number 15, executives control stars' lives. In the 1940s, Hollywood studios had a lot of power over their movie stars. Actors were tied to long contracts and faced strict rules and mistreatment. Today, K-pop groups face a similar situation with three major companies, YG, SM, and JYP, controlling the industry. K-pop idols have little control over their personal lives. They are created to sell a dream and must always protect their company's image. This often means they can't date or show strong political views. For example, Cho Tsuyu, a Taiwanese K-pop star, waved a Taiwanese flag during a TV show and had to publicly apologize for it. Number 14, Tenyear pop star boot camp. Imagine signing a contract that controls your life for over a decade. That's what happens when a K-pop star agrees to a record deal. They're not just committing to music, they're committing to a strict training program that can last 10 to 15 years. These young performers, often still in their teens, are trained in acting, singing, and dancing by their agency. But here's the catch. These agencies often take advantage of their trainees. They make them sign contracts that can last for over 10 years, and if the performer wants to quit, they have to pay a huge fee. This gives the agencies a lot of power over the performers, almost like owning them. In fact, Korean laws allow agencies to work their performers to the bone, even if it means they don't get enough sleep. Remember Joe Kwan from 2 a.m.? He was once forced to work non-stop, barely getting any rest. It's a tough reality, but that's the K-pop industry. Performers are often treated like commodities, not people. They're pushed to their limits and their agencies reap the benefits. It's a system that needs to change, but for now, it's the harsh truth behind the glamour of K-pop. Number 13, plastic surgery. In Korea,
let me tell you.
Plastic surgery is super common. While only 1 in 20 women in the US might get plastic surgery, a whopping 1 in 5 Korean women go under the knife. It's no wonder. since plastic surgery is widely accepted and even encouraged in Korean culture. The beauty standards in Korea are sky high, and many teens feel pressure to get surgery to fit in. K-pop agencies often force their idols to get multiple surgeries to achieve a perfect look. It's all about maintaining that idol image, but it's hard to hide the physical changes, especially around the eyes, lips, and nose. Most stars keep their plastic surgery a secret, but a trained eye can spot the differences easily. It's a clever trick. The entertainment industry uses the S** jewel appeal of their stars to sell a distorted idea of beauty to the public. It's a universal truth, and the K-pop industry is one of the biggest culprits. The question is, what's the real cost of this beauty obsession? Number 12, blackmailing. Imagine being trapped in a contract that you can't escape. That's the harsh reality for many K-pop stars. If they try to leave, they face massive fines and penalties, and if their agency doesn't want to let them go, they might even resort to blackmail. Yes, you heard that right, blackmail. In one shocking case, a manager filmed his idol Baek Ji-young in a compromising situation and threatened to release the footage if she didn't stay with the agency. He even went as far as posting the video online. Baek Ji-young was devastated and took years off from music. Her manager was eventually caught in the US for statutory R**P. But there's hope on the horizon. In 2017, a movement emerged to end these slave contracts and give K-pop stars more control over their lives. It's a step in the right direction, but there's still a long way to go. The K-pop industry needs to change its ways and treat its stars with respect and dignity. Number 11, sponsor contracts. Imagine being a young K-pop star chasing your dreams, but instead, you're treated like a commodity. That's what's happening in the K-pop industry, where music agencies make secret deals with sponsors that are downright disturbing. These sponsor contracts basically allow wealthy sponsors to buy access to idols, treating them like objects rather than people. It's all about the money and power. The sponsors get to choose which idol they want, and the idol's agency sets the price and terms. It's like a twisted game where the idol is the prize. The system is rigged with a ranking system that determines how much an idol is worth. The more popular the idol, the higher the price. The contracts can last from 6 months to a year, and the idol is expected to fulfill their obligations during that time. It's a dark secret that's been hidden behind the glamour of K-pop, but it's time to shine a light on it. Number 10, perfect body image. Like you ain't had a sugar high. Yeah. I know this got you with. Being a K-pop star is not just about singing and dancing, it's also about looking a certain way. The K-pop industry demands a very specific beauty standard, and idols are expected to fit into it. This means having a super slim body, which can be dangerous to achieve. Some idols go to extreme lengths to lose weight. So Young from Ladies Code said she dieted so much that her hormone levels dropped to those of a menopausal woman. One Ket from Global Icon reportedly survived on just 1 bottle of soy milk a day, losing almost 20 pounds in a month. And Top, a famous performer, allegedly lost a staggering 50 pounds in just 5 weeks by eating almost nothing, just water and occasional red bean jelly. It's shocking to think that these talented artists are putting their health at risk just to fit the K-pop mold. The pressure to conform to these beauty standards is immense, and it's taking a toll on their well-being. It's time to rethink what's truly important in the K-pop industry. Is it really worth sacrificing health for a certain look? Number 9, paper cut diet.
Copycats of Girl Generation. Just a few months later after their debut, Jaekyung left the group to focus on her modeling career.
Paper cut diet. K-pop idols are promoting a dangerous trend, extreme dieting. They're sharing their secrets to staying slim, and fans are following suit. From the banana diet to the watermelon diet, these fads are taking over South Korea. But what's really behind these diets? Girl group 9 Muses claims to have found success with the paper cup diet. Sounds simple, right? Just eat 9 paper cups worth of food a day. But here's the catch. There's no limit on what you can put in those cups. Rice, grains, fruit, anything except sugar. It's a recipe for disaster. The scariest part? Idols and their fans are starving themselves to fit an unrealistic beauty standard. They're consuming way too few calories, putting their health at risk. It's alarming to think that young people are sacrificing their well-being to look a certain way. The K-pop industry needs to take responsibility for promoting healthy habits, not dangerous diets. It's time to rethink what's truly beautiful. A healthy body and mind, not a skinny physique. Number 8, fans go to extreme lengths. In the world of K-pop, there's a type of fan that takes obsession to a whole new level. They're called sasaeng fans, and they'll stop at nothing to get close to their idols. They'll stalk them, follow them everywhere, and even break into their homes. It's a scary reality that K-pop managers and idols face every day. One manager shared his terrifying experience with sasaeng fans. He said that the ones who follow idols in taxis are just the tip of the iceberg. The extreme fans are the ones who will break into your building, spread urine and feces on your doorstep, and do whatever it takes to get attention. It's like they're marking their territory, and it's a nightmare. So why do K-pop fans get so extreme? One writer thinks it's because they're driven by curiosity. They want to know everything about their idols, and they'll do whatever it takes to get that information. It's a dangerous obsession that can lead to some pretty disturbing behavior. Number 7, managers take advantage of rising stars.
Surprise!
In the dark side of K-pop, powerful executives take advantage of young and aspiring idols. Jang Suk-woo, the CEO of Open World Entertainment, was a notorious example. He used his position to drug and sexually assault his trainees from 2010 to 2012. Finally, the authorities caught up with him and he was sentenced to 6 years in prison. But Jang wasn't the only one. In 2017, another CEO was caught selling his female trainees to influential people. He got a fine and a prison sentence. It's a shocking reality that many young idols face in the industry. They're often alone and vulnerable, with little experience to protect themselves from corrupt executives. A study in 2010 found that 2/3 of women in the Korean entertainment industry had been asked for S*X in exchange for help with their careers. It's a disturbing trend that needs to change. The K-pop industry needs to take responsibility for protecting its young talent and holding its executives accountable for their actions. Number 6, fainting on stage.
Spaghetti!
Oh my god, I'm a mess!
Behind the glamour of K-pop lies a shocking reality. Idols are pushed to extreme limits, starving themselves and exhausting their bodies to meet the industry's demands. It's no surprise that they often collapse on stage. Without rest and proper nutrition, the human body can only take so much. Fainting becomes a regular occurrence for these overworked celebrities. The K-pop industry is cutthroat, but that doesn't mean idols are machines. They need self-care too. The pressure to perform is immense, but it's time to acknowledge the human cost. Idols are not robots, and their bodies can't keep up with the grueling schedules and unrealistic expectations. It's a wake-up call for the industry to prioritize their artists' well-being. The music world may be competitive, but that's no excuse to sacrifice the health and safety of its brightest stars. Number 5, K-pop's money game.
It's kind of like going to the army, except we're not holding guns, we're holding microphones.
K-pop is a multi-billion-dollar industry, but its stars don't see much of the cash. In fact, many idols are victims of financial exploitation. Their contracts are so restrictive, they're often compared to slavery. Former K-pop star Prince Mac exposed the industry's dirty secret in a viral video. He revealed that K-pop's break-even system forces idols to repay the costs of their training, including food, staff, and music videos. This means that even though an average K-pop group earns $4,000 per show, 90% of it goes to the company. The remaining 10% is split among the group members who then use it to pay off their debts. Take the group AOA, for example. They started touring in 2012, but didn't make a profit until 2015. Industry executives claim that producing K-pop is expensive and competitive, but it's hard to justify the tiny residuals idols receive. It's time to shine a light on the unfair treatment of K-pop stars and demand a fairer share of the profits. Number 4, anti-fans going too far.
Perfect. You can't have any flaw in your makeup, your hair, your dance, your singing. If you're an idol, of course.
K-pop idols have fans, but they also have anti-fans who take their hatred to extreme levels. These anti-fans can be so obsessed with bringing down their favorite idols that they might even try to harm them. One shocking incident involved Yoonho, a member of the K-pop duo TVXQ. At a public event, Yoonho was given a drink that seemed harmless, but it turned out to be a deadly mixture of orange juice and superglue. He ended up in the hospital, coughing up blood and vomiting. The anti-fan who did it later confessed that they were angry seeing Yoonho happy on TV while they were struggling in life. This isn't an isolated incident. There was even a petition calling for Jay Park's suicide after he left the popular group 2PM. It's disturbing to think that fans can turn against their idols with such hatred. K-pop idols are human beings too, and they deserve respect and kindness, not harm and hatred. Number 3, ugly truth about racism. Behind the glamour of K-pop lies a dark secret: racism. Industry executives often prefer idols who are 100% Korean and have fair skin. Unfortunately, racism is still a big problem in Korea, especially towards people with darker skin. Some K-pop idols have even been guilty of discrimination and cultural insensitivity. Remember when Mamamoo wore blackface makeup in their Uptown Funk cover? They apologized, but it wasn't the first time K-pop saw blatant bigotry. In 2014, SHINee performed a cover of Macarena with offensive stage costumes. A music critic slammed their performance, saying it was more than just a bad song choice. It's shocking to see K-pop idols, who are role models for millions, perpetuating racism and discrimination. It's time for K-pop to take a hard look at itself and address these issues. The industry needs to promote diversity, inclusion, and respect for all cultures and skin tones. Only then can K-pop truly be a force for good. Number 3, LGBTQ+ is considered taboo. In 2018, Holland made history as the first openly LGBTQ+ K-pop idol. But being openly queer in K-pop is still a taboo topic, leading to rumors and trauma for those who identify as LGBTQ+. A shocking story emerged about a female K-pop idol who came out as a lesbian in an interview. But instead of supporting her, her agency allegedly tried to cover it up and even forced her to undergo conversion therapy to change her S***ixuality. The idol was so devastated that she attempted suicide. Although this story wasn't officially confirmed, it's not hard to believe. K-pop agencies often try to hide any conversations about the LGBTQ+ community because they're afraid it will hurt their idol's career. But music is supposed to be about self-expression and creativity, not about conforming to societal norms. It's time for K-pop to become more accepting and supportive of its LGBTQ+ idols. They deserve to be themselves without fear of judgment or rejection. Number 2, a misogynistic playground. Outsiders have spoken out about the toxic environment where women are treated unfairly and men get away with bad behavior. It's a world where women are expected to be submissive and obedient, while men are given free rein to do as they please. If a female idol speaks out against harassment, she's often shamed and slandered, while men's reputations remain intact even after scandals. One writer called out the gross double standard in K-pop, where women are held to impossible standards and men are given a free pass. It's time to expose the truth and demand change. Female K-pop idols deserve respect, equality, and a safe working environment. The industry needs to take responsibility and create a culture where women are valued and protected. Number 1, idols can't date other stars.
A member of a Japanese girl band has shaved her head in a tearful apology after admitting she spent the
Create the illusion of single, available stars to fuel fan fantasies. But what happens when idols fall in love? In 2014, dating rumors about an EXO and Girls' Generation idol sparked a media frenzy. The couple apologized to their fans, saying they were sorry for hurting them. In Japan, pop idol Minami Minagishi shaved her head and made a tearful apology for breaking her contract by spending the night with her boyfriend. South Korea is more relaxed about idols dating, but perception is everything. The K-pop industry is a business and the goal is to make money. Idols are seen as products, not artists, and their personal lives are managed to protect investments. It's a tough reality, but one that comes with the price of fame. This is where we'll end our video. We hope you enjoyed watching it. Make sure to comment, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for more videos like this. Share this video with your family and friends. See you soon.